All right, look, I get it. Even though we've been making amazing gains on the crypto factor, making returns of 10, 20x on some coins, you want more. It's not enough. You want to get into those little hidden, dirty Degen coins. You want a Degen. You want a high-risk portfolio that can go to the stratosphere. Who cares about risk? Why? Who cares? Let's go all in. Let's Degen. And look, I get it. There's a case for that. There is a case for that. I, myself, have some dirty little secret picks. Little picks that have the potential not to 10x, not to 20x, but 50, 70, even 100x. And I'm not talking about meme coins here. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. I'm going to give you my full Degen portfolio, what coins I'm getting in for full Degen, high profits, high risk, life-changing, wife-changing, Rolex buying coins that you can get in right now and make amazing profits. And we're starting right now.
Hey guys, I'm Britta Fans. Remember, Paul is not a financial advisor, but he is good looking. Also, this is not financial advice. Please subscribe down below and check out my channel at Britta Fans.
Hey, welcome back. My name is Paul. If it's your first time here, this channel is all about crypto, all about cryptopreneurship, and today we are going to Degen. We are going to Degen like we've never Degened before. See, we're going to get into some coins that can actually 30, 50, 70, 100x from here, giving you massive amounts of profits. But we're gonna Degen, but we're not gonna retard. We're not gonna go full retard.
Never go full retard.
Because even though these coins I'm gonna give you today, these secret coins I'm gonna give you, these little hidden coins, you have to understand that this is full Degen. We may be wrong here, and you have to hold a portfolio, and a portfolio that will protect you if we are wrong and if things don't work out. That said, I'm really gonna give you some awesome picks here. So make sure you pay attention because you're not gonna wanna miss any of this video, especially towards the end, because I got a couple of surprises. All right, so first of all, it's important to understand that as I'm making this video, Bitcoin just hit $107,000 here. And in order for some of these coins to actually play out, in order for some of these coins I'm gonna give you right now, Bitcoin needs to range in the low 100,000s or the higher 110,000s or so, if you could say that. So it needs to range so we get attention back to altcoins. So as Bitcoin starts to range here at the lower 100,000s, or maybe it ranges a little higher, we're gonna start seeing a shift to altcoins. And I'm gonna start with talking about Uniswap. Now, Uniswap is not the pick I'm talking about here, but I need you to understand Uniswap in order to understand my pick. So Uniswap is right now the industry standard of swaps on Ethereum and EVM networks. It's basically a decentralized exchange where it allows you to swap from one token, let's say for example Ethereum, into another token, for example Metacade over here. You basically give Uniswap access to your wallet, let's say your MetaMask or even your Uniswap wallet, because they have a wallet. You tell it what you want to exchange here, you approve the transaction, and that's it. It works like magic. Literally, the coin seems as if it never leaves your wallet. It just becomes the other coin you want to get. And if you look at Uniswap over here, it's currently sitting at $16.18. Now, this was airdropped. It went up all the way to $43 over here, went back down in the bear market, and now you're seeing it breaking structure here, breaking its highs, breaking resistances, and starting to come up to re-challenge these all-time highs. So Uniswap is a great play on its own. But the coin I want to talk to you about is CowSwap, which is like Uniswap, but better. It's basically a decentralized exchange. It works just like Uniswap, but it's a lot faster and cheaper. And when you do the transaction, it goes, oh, seriously, that's what it does. It's actually quite fun. But I've noticed that it was a lot better and I started using CowSwap more. So I looked at their token. And if you look at the Cow token, it's sitting at 89 cents right now. This is beginning days here. Go to the all-time chart. It just broke its highs of 80 cents. It's in blue sky breakout and price discovery as we speak. If this can do what Uniswap did, or even if it just gets to $16, which is what Uniswap is at now as Uniswap goes higher, this here can give you massive gains. And I'm telling you, it works. It works better than Uniswap. It will take market share. As more and more people discover this and talk about this, it will take market share. It doesn't need to beat Uniswap to make you money. No, it does not. It's a great entry right now. This is an amazing amazing play. So make sure you add that to your portfolio. Then we have Hyperliquid, which is aiming to be the blockchain to house all finance. Basically, it's a decentralized exchange, but it works very, very well. And the reason I got into Hyperliquid quite heavily, I've been looking at the price, but I wasn't getting in. It was a bit hard to actually buy it on a centralized exchange. I had to make a CoinW account. You can also get it on KuCoin, but I didn't want to for my own reasons. But I actually bought in for one reason, and that is price. It's sitting at $26 right now, breaking up on the daily, but if you go to the all-time charts, look at this price action. Now, obviously, there's no technical analysis to do here because it's a new coin. There's no price history to go off of. But look at this price action just slowly going up, going up, going up, going up. This looks like it can go on forever. And while it won't go on forever, this price right here, $26, with only a couple of exchanges and not many decentralized exchanges at all, Hyperliquid is a great opportunity right now to throw in a couple of hundred, couple of $1,000, depending on your overall portfolio, and see how it does. Then you have Tars AI, and I did a sponsored video about this the other day, but I don't want to talk to you about Tars AI in this video, even though Tars AI could be a good opportunity as well. I mean, looking at the price action on the monthly here, it's finding support at 35 cents, and if you go to the all-time chart, you will see it's going to come up and probably re-challenge these all-time highs at 47 cents, and if it breaks up, it's going to go to blue sky breakout and price discovery. And we talked about Tars AI all the way back here. So if you got in, congratulations, you've made profits. But I want to talk to you about other projects that are like Tars AI or similar, and those projects are the following. One of them being Virtual Protocol. Not many people are talking about this. It basically allows you to create autonomous AI agents. And while this is a high-risk play over here, you have to understand they have already, you basically go to the platform, make your own agents, and there's one in particular that's doing very well, and that is Luna by Virtual. This is actually an AI agent. You can see her on TikTok, interact with her, pay her gifts, and she responds to you. And look at the price. It's doing great. Look at the price here. Just look at it. Look, go to the daily. It went all the way up, took a nice little dump, making a nice pattern over here. You can actually call this an inverse heads and shoulders. If it breaks up and re-challenges all-time highs and breaks up, this can do great. It really can. So that's something to look at. But also, look at the Luna chart here. Look at the Luna by Virtual's chart. This is sitting at 11 cents right now. And as soon as it clears these resistances over here, it's going to re-challenge all-time highs and go into blue sky breakout. It's still early. You're still early for this. It's not on any centralized exchanges at all, except a couple that no one ever heard of. Maybe BitPay over here, but nothing serious. Now that in itself is a high risk play, but this next coin is a high risk play, but it looks like you may actually be able to get in early. And that is AI agent layer over here. See, everybody's talking about these AI agent creation websites or protocols, but this one, AI Fun, you can actually get in pretty early. I mean, look at the price over here. It probably released around here in November, dumped down because everyone sold it, came sideways, just grinded all the way, then popped up over here all the way to 14 cents. Came back down, found its support, now making new support higher, and I do believe this is going to challenge all-time highs, break out, and go into price discovery. This is an excellent opportunity right now, especially with the AI narrative. If you want to go high risk, if you want to go Degen, this is a great addition to your portfolio. Another great addition is Parallel.ai. And again, I remind you, I'm holding these coins. These are my high-risk plays. I have a portfolio of all of these coins I'm talking about, minus maybe one. I'll tell you which one that is when I get to it, but I'm actually in these coins. So you have Parallel AI over here. Again, I don't see many people talking about this. Somebody from my group, which is also a coaching client, actually brought my attention to this coin over here. And if you look at the price, yes, on the daily, it doesn't look that good as liquidity is being sucked out from altcoins by Bitcoin right now. But if you go to the monthly chart over here, look at this. It's making support right above this resistance area right here. It still has to prove itself, but it looks like it's making support. And once it breaks above 97 cents, let's call it $1 psychological, it can re-challenge $1.15. And if it breaks that, blue sky breakout, price discovery. And again, this can go up like crazy. Of course, with all these coins, I'm going to give you some more in a second, but with all these coins, you want to be taking profits on the way up, or at least your initial investment, then holding some so one or more can do those crazy 50x's. Maybe just one does, but you only need one to do that. Does that make sense? You're taking a venture capitalist approach with this portfolio here. You only need one or two to do well. The rest can go to shit. It doesn't matter. One or two can do well, and you're making bank. Next, you have Metacade, which falls into the gaming narrative. And gaming is going to make a comeback in 2025. So here you can create and compete with your characters, and you can also build games. So it's basically an ecosystem of games here. Looking at the price, again, let's just go to the all-time charts over here. You can see it came down over here as all the influencers dumped, tried to make a high, people dumped it, but now past this resistance area over here, challenged all-time highs, going back down to find support will probably come down here to the 0.028 level, already did, so maybe it establishes support a little higher, and then it's blue sky breakout and price discovery. And when you go blue sky breakout and price discovery, that's where you can get your 20, 30, 50 X's, if that makes sense. That's what you're playing here. That's what you're risking for. That's what Degen is all about. Then you have GameSwift. Now, GameSwift is a bit more of a serious project in my opinion. It has proof of concept. They actually partnership with Fetch, but they did take a massive dive when the narrative of gaming came to a halt, or came away for a while, or got away for a while, for people to start getting into AI. Now, GameSwift partnered with Fetch. It's partnered with AI, and Fetch has its own partnerships and merges called the ASI, which is Ocean Protocol, Ajax, and Fetch becoming one coin, or one project, so to speak, and G-Swift actually partnered with them for the gaming side of it, so now it's also a bit of AI as well. And if you look at the price here, it's starting to make a comeback. It broke out on the monthly, making support. If you go to the all-time charts, you'll see it right here. Took this dump, and as soon as it broke above this level, we said to get in, and we're now looking to establish support. If it can continue going up and break these highs, there's not much resistance. It's going to challenge all-time highs. Within itself, it's a 5x, but break that, blue sky breakout, price discovery, and this will fly once the gaming narrative comes back in. And again, look, it's not on many exchanges over here. It's on Bybit, BitGet, MEXC, but that's about it. It has a lot more listings to look forward to. By the way, real quick, before I give you my next picks, and you want to listen to the next picks, those are crazy. I want you to keep in mind that this video is not sponsored. I'm not being sponsored to make this video. So please, if you have time, check out the links in the description down below. You will see coaching opportunities, but also my VIP group that you may want to check out. Click the link, see what it has to offer, and see if it's for you. Or at least like the video. I would really appreciate it. Thumbs up. You're not liking the video, are you? Next up, you have Xborg here, another gaming play looking to take market share from the gaming narrative. You have your Xborg launchpad over here. This is for identity-driven investments in gaming, AR interfaces, and so on. But if you look at the all-time chart over here, you will see it exploded up, made this range support, and now broke those highs and is in blue sky breakout and price discovery. And this can keep on going up. This has a lot more to grow. Look at the exchanges it's on. There is none. It's not listed on any exchange. I'm not talking about just not listed on a major exchange here. It's not listed on any exchanges, period. You can only get it on DEXs. So what do you think is going to happen once they list on a centralized exchange? Yes, the price is going to go to the stratosphere as more people start learning about it and getting into it. Now, yes, of course, it can also dump. And yes, of course, it might never list. But listen, this project here, it looks like it's going to do very well, in my opinion. I mean, at 40 cents over here, at this market cap with no exchanges, I think it's an amazing and excellent opportunity, and certainly worth to be part of your Degen portfolio. Even volume is picking up right here, if you notice. Then you have Pixels. Now, we've talked about this before. This is nothing new, but it's just growing as a community. It's a simple game. It's a standalone game, and it's worth a mention. I mean, if you look at the price here on the monthly, you will see it's establishing support over the highs over here. It came up, came back down, now making support. Let's just go to the all-time charts. Once it breaks 30 cents psychological, I think it's going to re-challenge 53 cents, and once it breaks that, I think it's going to challenge the all-time high, which is a 5x on its own, but I think it's going to go a lot higher than that. So Pixels as a standalone game is well worth being part of your Degen portfolio. Next up, I want to show you Ondo. Now, we're not going to talk about Ondo as a play here, but it has been part and it is part of our RW play. We are in heavily in Ondo on the crypto factor. We've been in for quite a while. And if you look at the price action on the daily, it's made support go to the the all-time charts, look, it broke out, broke resistance, currently in blue sky breakout. This is a great looking chart. So yes, Ondo is a great chart. It's a great coin and it can do a lot more. And look, you have not missed Ondo. If you feel you're missing out, you haven't. You still have an opportunity to get in. But there are a couple more plays like Ondo in RWA that deserve your attention for a Degen play. One of them being Lingo. Now, I've actually talked about Lingo before. You can see it's got Lingo Islands over here. I'm an ambassador in Lingo. And no, this is not sponsored, by the way. But I have interviewed the CEO. So if you want to learn more about Lingo, I'm going to leave the link in the description down below. But check this out. If you look at the Lingo price, it went all the way up here to 58 cents, dumped for a while as KOLs actually sold some of their coins, but then gradually started going up. Look at this chart. This is a beautiful chart, and this can keep on going up. It reached all the way to 70 cents, currently a little bit lower, but I think this is going to break and go up a lot more. Why? Well, first of all, KOL started selling, but they can only sell 10% of their position that they got in. So their allocation, they can only sell 10% of it. A lot of people sold, a lot of people didn't sell. A lot of people are staking it for more rewards because Lingo has a lot of opportunity. But also, they can't sell for another 3 months. So chances are the price will keep on going up for at least 3 months. And understand that the team cannot sell their tokens for a year. It's locked. So Lingo is a great RWA opportunity and lines a lot with our prediction of the markets going up, when it's going to go down, and keep on going up. For that, you'll have to watch that video. I'll leave it linked in the description down below. Watch it later because we have more picks for you. Now, next up, we have Chainlink. And again, I don't want to talk specifically about Chainlink. It's still a good entry, but I need you to understand what Chainlink does so you can understand the next picks. Chainlink is an oracle. It's the industry standard oracle on Ethereum and EVM, plus it has partnerships with Swift and so on. So it's going into other narratives, so to speak. But Ethereum, in order to function, needs an oracle. As a matter of fact, every blockchain needs an oracle in order for it to function. But let's just talk about Chainlink real quick and Ethereum. Ethereum needs Chainlink to function because Chainlink brings information from outside the blockchain, feeds it into the blockchain for it to be utilized by Ethereum in a decentralized way. So you need Oracle. And Chainlink is the industry standard. And it's a good play in itself. I mean, looking at the monthly here, you can actually see Chainlink doing very well. It's sitting at about $30 as we speak. Once it breaks $30, it shouldn't have much resistance all the way to all-time highs of $48 over here. Yeah, maybe there's some resistance over here at 32, 35 range, but that should be easily broken, made support, and then it should break all-time highs and go into blue sky breakout. And Chainlink is a good investment in itself. But Pyth is another great play, and Pyth is an oracle on the Cosmos ecosystem. Now, we used to be in Pyth. We used to stake Pyth, but we got out to get into AI and other coins, and rightfully so, we made some amazing gains. But now it's making a comeback with timing of markets. So just like Chainlink's going up, Pyth is going up. And if you look at the price, you'll see that Pyth on the monthly has made this drop over here, but it's making this support, which is higher than its previous resistance over here. If you go to the all-time chart, if it can break 53 cents, let's call it 50 cents psychological, it can re-challenge its all-time highs of about $1, break out, and go into blue sky breakout. But that's not all. There is Supra, which is also an oracle, and this one just launched. If you remember, I talked about this last year before it even launched. And yes, that was a sponsored video, and it just released now, but it's looking to do very, very well and worth your portfolio, your Degen portfolio, if you ask me. And looking at the Supra price, let's just go to the all-time chart. You see it made this massive rise over here, finding support, making this range support. This is turning into an inverse heads and shoulders here, and if it breaks out, it just needs to break 0.072 and it's in blue sky breakout and price discovery. And this is also a great opportunity since it's just launched and there's more coming. So I do believe that Supra will actually or may do very well and worth the risk, in my opinion. Now let's go back to Bitcoin real quick. Let's go back to Bitcoin because again, it's sitting at $107,000. And there's no arguing that there's a Bitcoin narrative. If you were following the the crypto factor, long time ago, you would have gone into SRC20 tokens, you would have gone into BRC20 tokens. You would be in these tokens before they were even available to retail, because I showed you how to buy them on GitHub, and I was one of the first channels with BRC20 tokens, and maybe even the first or second channel showing you how to buy stamps and SRC20 tokens. What are those, Paul? What are you talking about? They're Bitcoin DeFi. You have ordinals and you have BRC20 tokens, which is on Taproot, and then you have SRC20 tokens and stamps, which is the equivalent on the UTXO of Bitcoin, so the actual UTXO. And if that doesn't make sense, doesn't matter. Let's talk about Bitcoin ecosystem. Because if the Bitcoin ecosystem makes a comeback, then there's a few coins you want to be in. One of them is Stamp, an SRC20 token, and it actually got listed on KuCoin. This is the only exchange it's listed on. Then you have a whole bunch of stamps and SRC20 tokens, which you can only buy on somewhere like StampScan or something like that. And I've made videos about that. Search my channel, you'll find exactly how to buy them if you want to. But Stamp is one that you really want to look into. As you can see, it reached all the way up here to 0.16 cents, came all the way down here, and now is making a comeback, looking to make this range here support. So check out Stamp. Then you have Orange, ORNJ, and there is no Bitcoin DeFi without Orange, in my opinion, because Orange is the Uniswap wallet of the Bitcoin ecosystem. It's beautiful, it works, it's fast, they're updating, and I do think that Orange will make a huge comeback. Looking at the chart, you can actually see a comeback on the daily here because of the Bitcoin rise, but if you look, it went all the way up to 79 cents, let's call it 80, and it's now sitting at just 14 cents. Break these highs over here of 18 cents, let's call it 20 psychological, and I think slowly but surely it's going to re-challenge these all-time highs, go into blue sky breakout and price discovery. And even if it doesn't meet its mark in this bull market, then Orange will probably be around in the next bull market as well. So make sure you pay attention to Orange. Next up, we have Sui coin. Now, there's a reason why I'm talking about Sui here. A lot of influencers will tell you that Sui already made its run or it can't go up that much more. But you have to understand that Sui can actually make a Solana type move and may do well in this bull market, but also in the next bull market, because it's pretty much copying Solana or showing signs that it's going to make a Solana move. And we saw what happened to Solana. I called Solana at $2 in the last bull market. We took profits at $2.50, $2.40, but around that level. And we got back in again at $8.50 to $10, and it's now sitting where it's sitting. Well, Chainlink, I also called it at $2. Sorry, Sui, I also called it at $2. And look at Sui now. Sui is sitting at $4.78. This is an amazing inverse heads and shoulders forming here, and if it breaks that, well, it's already broken. It's in blue sky breakout and price discovery. This can keep on going up, and this can make a Solana-like move. So even though it's ran already, a lot of influencers telling you it's already run, I think it could do a 10, 20, even 50x, in my opinion, if you give it enough time. Yes, it's a risk play. Yes, take profits on the way up, obviously. And look, Sui can really keep moving from here. It's in blue sky breakout, it's in price discovery. It can still keep going up. And if you want to know my price prediction for Sui and why I like Sui so much, make sure you check out this video right here. No, it's not sponsored. I'm not sponsored by Sui. I'm going to try to be, but I'm not. Watch this video right here. You really don't want to miss it.